Hello, good evening, students. So today we are discussing motion in a plane top. Let's start with the questions. See here, the first question is, a body is projected vertically upwards, the times corresponding to height h while ascending and while descending are t1 and t2 respectively. Then the velocity of projection is. So here the velocity of the projection u value they are asking, where g is the acceleration due to gravity and the time is given as t1 and t2, and here the height is taken as h. Okay, so the corresponding height h while ascending and while descending at the time of t1 and t2 anta kottidare. Okay, so now we are going to check how to calculate the velocity of projection. So you can see here the velocity of the projection u we can calculate it as, see here what they have specified in the question here, when the body is projected it takes time t1 to cross the height h. Okay, then another t1 dash go to h max when v is 0. So what is the meaning of an object is reaching the maximum height? So when they call it as maximum height, always you remember the maximum height means what? The final velocity will be 0. The final velocity will be 0 when you say it as maximum height. Okay, so suppose here for one side, so here you can see in the time t1, here you can see the figure in the time t1. Okay, and then next the maximum height it is taken as the time as t1 dash, and the final velocity here is that it is 0. So after reaching maximum height the object is coming down. Okay, so that time here the initial velocity becomes 0. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? So first concept is what? When it is going up. So when it is going up, when the maximum height it will reach, the final velocity will be 0. So when it is coming from that maximum height, that time the initial velocity will be 0, that you have to consider. So accordingly, here see, here the initial velocity of the object is becoming 0 and takes the time t to reach the ground. Okay, so this much we need to understand from the question. Next, simplification nodi yav ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. Here we have the equation v is equal to u plus at is the equation. So in this equation, the final velocity is 0. So when the final velocity is 0, make it as 0, which is equal to u. So here, as the body is going in the upward direction, here the acceleration due to gravity will be minus. Therefore, here it is minus, and here acceleration due to gravity is there. Therefore, a and g in the replace madi, time is t. So if you simplify this equation here, students, it will becomes u is equal to, so minus gt iddu enagatte, it will become, we need to take it for t is equal to. So first we will write it as u is equal to gt. Therefore, t is equal to, it will become u divided by g. So this is t is equal to one equation. Further, so next ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, here the total time is how much here? So first time is t1, then next time we have taken for the maximum height, it is t1 dash. So that total height is denoted as t. So here the total height t is equal to, just now we have calculated, it is u divided by g. Okay, so therefore t1 plus t1 dash is equal to u divided by g. So this one we can simplify it as, this one we can also simplify it as what? That is t1 is equal to, so t1 is equal to, now ಇದನ್ನ u by g minus t1 dash ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. So this you make it as equation 1. Okay, next, so this is for one side. Next, when it is returning back, that time the time t2 is equal to, so this is t plus t1 dash. So t value is how much? It is t by u by g plus t1 dash. Okay, so now from equation 1 and 2, so from equation 1 and 2 we can add these two equations. So when I add equation 1 and 2, this will become t1 plus t2 is equal to 2u by g, and here whatever t1 plus t1 dash plus ನಮಗೆ ಕೇಳಿರೋದು ಬರೀ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ it will become u is equal to, so g, it is in the denominator, it will go to numerator, 2 will come in the denominator, and in bracket t1 plus t2 of the. Yes, if any doubt is there, please ask. You can also see ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು simplification ಬಂದಿದೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಈ ಕಡೆ printed ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ you can copy that one. If any doubt is there in any of the step, please ask. Yes, completed students. Let us go for the next question. See the next question. The height y and the distance x along the horizontal plane of a projectile on a certain planet with no surrounding atmosphere are given by y is equal to. So here they have given equations, that is y is equal to and x is equal to, two equations they have given here. See what they are saying here, the height y and the distance x. So the height is y and the distance is x along the horizontal plane of a projectile on a certain planet. Here the equation of y is equal to, it is 8t minus 5t square, and x is equal to, it is 60. Okay, where t is in second, the velocity with which the projectile is projected is. Here what is the velocity with what the object is projected, that we need to calculate. Here the acceleration due to gravity is given as 9.8 meter per second square. Okay, so let us see how to simplify this one. See here. So here x is equal to, it is given as 60, and y is equal to, it is given as 8t minus 5t square. So here the equation Vx is equal to. So Vx is what? That is the velocity along the x component. So the velocity is equal to the rate of change of displacement. Hope so you people know this one. So velocity anna ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ define ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? Rate of change of displacement. So that is dx divided by dt. So now this is d by dt of, so x is equal to what we have, x is equal to, we have 60, x is equal to, we have 60. So the differentiation of 60 with respect to t will be what? It is 6. Okay, so this is vx is equal to. Next, the along the y component, the vy is equal to, it is dy divided by dt, which is equal to, that is d divided by dt of, so y is equal to, what is the equation they have given as 8t minus 5t square. Okay, so which is equal to, so the differentiation of 8t will be 8 minus 5t square, so the 5t square will be, it will be 10t. Okay, so this is vy is equal to, right? So here we have now Vx is equal to and Vy is equal to. So this one we can write it as Ux, and this one we can also write it as Uy. Okay, so here they have given that in the question what they have specified anta nodi. See, where t is in second, the velocity with which the object is, the projectile is projected. Okay, so here we need to consider t is equal to 0 seconds. T is equal to, because it is just projected. Initially it is. Okay. So initially the T value we have to consider it as 0. So when you consider T is equal to 0, Vy is equal to enagatte nodi. So Vy is equal to this 10 into 0 will be 0. So therefore it will be just 8. Right. Next. So next, velocity of projection we need to calculate. So therefore the velocity of the projection is equal to, so velocity of projection is equal to under root of ux square plus uy square, which is equal to under root of, that is 6 square plus 8 square, which is equal to under root of. So 6 square will be 36 plus 8 square will be, it is 64. So 64 plus 36 will be 100. So root of 100 will be 10 meter per second. So the velocity of projection is how much here, students? It is 10 meter per second. Right? Option C is the answer. Copy down the solution. If any doubt is there, please ask. Is completed. Yes, Chaitra, Murali, Ranjita, Tejaswini. Next question, students. A projectile is projected at a projectile is projected at 10 per second by making at an angle of 60 degree to the horizontal. After some time, its velocity makes an angle of 30 degree to the horizontal. Its speed at this instant is. So here you need to calculate the instantaneous velocity. So to calculate the instantaneous velocity, see here a projectile is projected at 10 meter per second. So it means it is the initial velocity. It is making an angle of 60 degree to the horizontal. After some time, its velocity makes an angle 30 degree to the horizontal. So first it is making an angle of 60 degree, later it is making an angle of 30 degree. Okay, so its speed at that instant is. So let us see how to calculate this one. Yes, so according to the question, you can see how to draw the figure here. So first it is making an angle of 60 degree. So here you can see this one along x-axis, along y-axis. So this is the projectile motion. So here it is making an angle of 60 degree. Later here with the horizontal, it is making an angle of 30 degree. Yes. So figure you can clearly see there. ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಏನು ಯು ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಟೂ ಕಾಂಪೋನೆಂಟ್ ಸೊ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಸ್ ಯು ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಸೊ ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ 60 And here along y-axis it will be u sine theta, and the theta value is again 60 here. Okay, so similarly il next in angle kottidare 30 degree, that component also we can resolve here, that is horizontal and the vertical component. Okay, so what we need to calculate here, we need to calculate the velocity at that instant. Okay, so to calculate the velocity at that instant, here we have, see, let v be the velocity of the projectile at P. So, Elaine point kottidare here. This is the point P. Okay. So, here at this point, the velocity is considered as V when it makes an angle of 30 degree with the horizontal. So, therefore, so what is the horizontal component here? That is V of cos of 30 degree. That is equal to, so that is equal to U of cos of 60 degree. Right. So, here the initial velocity is given in the question, that is 10 meter per second into cos of 60 will be 1 divided by 2. So therefore u cos of 30 will be, it is 5. So we need to calculate the final velocity v. So therefore v is equal to, it will be 5, and here this will be cos of 30 degrees. So which is equal to 5 divided by, so cos 30 will be root 3 divided by 2. So root 3 divided by 2 will be, that is 2 ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So 5 into 2 will be 10. Therefore 10 divided by root 3 meter per second. This is the final velocity. 10 divided by root 3 meter per second. Okay. If any doubt is there, if you don't want to speak in the chat box also, you can tell. Yes, students, hope so you are able to see the PPT. Okay. So next question. So this is theory based question. You can also answer this. See, the question is, which of the following is not a vector quantity? Just tell me which is not a vector quantity. Hope so you know what is vector quantity, what is scalar quantity. So scalar quantity means what? Only magnitude. Vector quantity which has both magnitude and direction is called as the vector quantity. So which of the following is not a vector quantity ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. Yes, momentum, weight, potential energy, nuclear spin. Which is not a vector quantity means what? Which is a scalar quantity. Simple, right? So remaining three are vector. One is a scalar quantity. Which one is that? Don't know? Just tell me first. What is the answer? See here. That is potential energy. Among the given quantities, potential energy is scalar quantities, whereas all other are the vector quantities. Okay. So here, what you need to understand, momentum, weight, nuclear spin, all are the vector quantity, but potential energy is a scalar quantity. Okay. See the next one. A stone is thrown vertically at a speed of 30 meter per second, making an angle of 45 degree with the horizontal. What is the maximum height reached by the stone? So you need to take g is equal to 10 meter per second square. So here to calculate the maximum height reached, what all they have given, see. That is the speed, vertical speed means the initial velocity is given, the angle is given, you need to calculate the maximum height. You need to consider h is equal, that is g is equal to 10 meter per second square. Okay, very simple question. So direct substitution. So height is equal to, the maximum height is equal to formula ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. So maximum height is equal to, the formula is what? That is u square sine square theta divided by 2g. U square sine square theta divided by 2g. You can substitute the value of u. So the u is initial velocity 30 sine square theta. So theta value is 45 degree. So sine of 45 degree, right? So, 45 sine 45 will be 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 whole square you need to take because it is sine square theta, and u square is there. So u also what you need to do, that is 30 into 30 divided by 2g divided by there. Okay. So 2 into 10 you need to do there, right? See. So substitute all the values, that is 30 into 30 into 1 upon root 2 whole square divided by 2 into 10. Okay. So this 1 upon root 2 whole square, if you square that one, it will become how much? That is 1330 upon, this is 1 upon root 2, 2 will get cancelled. Means after squaring, here the root 2 will get cancelled. So this will be 2 into 2 will be 4, 4 into 10 will be 40. So this if you simplify, you will get it as how much? That is 22 divided 22, sorry, 22.5 meter is the answer. Yes, you can check the answer. If any doubt is there, please ask. Yes, next question, students. Yes. A particle is projected with a velocity v so that its horizontal range twice the greatest height attained. The horizontal range is. So just now we have seen the maximum height equation. So here the next question is based on the horizontal range. So here the horizontal range they are asking. So for that, what they have given here, see, a particle is projected with velocity v. So the particle is projected with velocity means this is the initial velocity they have considered. Okay. So that its horizontal range twice the greatest height attained. Okay. So the horizontal range, how much they are saying? It is the greatest of the height attained. So that what is the value of the horizontal range you have to calculate. Okay. So for that, see, as we know that just now you have seen the equation, that is the maximum height attained by this particle is given by u square sine square theta divided by 2g, right? So here it is given as how much? H is equal to, it is u square sine square theta divided by 2g, right? So here at the maximum height, so at the maximum height here what happens? The greatest height attained. So when it is the maximum height, so here the angle will be, that is 90 degree. Okay, so the angle will be 90 degree. So sine 90 is 1. Therefore, the equation becomes u square divided by 2g. But here what they are giving in the question, that is the initial velocity they have taken it as v. So this is v square upon 2g. Okay, so but here what they are saying, here the horizontal range is twice that of the height. It is so therefore here if multiplied by 2, this 2 will get cancelled. Therefore, our range will be v square upon g. That is C is the answer. Okay. Option C. The second hand to the hour hand of a watch is. Yes, this is the most likely asked question. So this you can put a star. So this one or similar to this, many times they will ask in the CT exam students. So see we how to simplify this one. So see what they are asking here, the ratio of the angular speed of a second hand to the hour hand. Okay. Here. See, the second hand completes one rotation in 1 minute, right? So the second hand completes one rotation in 1 minute and the hour hand completes in 12 hours. Hope so ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ. Okay, so if you see the clock, so you will be having a hour hand, you will be having a second hand, right? So the second hand completes one rotation in 1 minute, but the hour hand completes in 12 hours. So therefore here, so next is angular speed they are asking. Therefore, the angular speed is given by what? That is 2 pi by t. Angular velocity or the angular speed is nothing but what? 2 pi by t. So for the second hand, it will be how much? It is 2 pi divided by time 1 minute. So 1 minute means what? It is 60 seconds, right? So this is equation 1 for the second hand. So similarly for the hour hand, if you do, this is 2 pi divided by, this do it in a 12 hour. So 12 hour, you need to convert it in a second. So therefore, it will be 12 into 60 into 60, right? So now, here what we need to do, they are asking you the ratio. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ratio ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ? the ratio of the angular velocity of the second hand to the angular velocity of the hour hand is equal to, this will be 2 pi by 60 into 12 into 60 into 60 divided by 2 pi. So this 2 pi will get cancelled, 60 will get cancelled. We will have only 12 into 60. So 12 6 it will be 720. So therefore 720 by 1 option. Copy it down. Very, very important question this is. See the next question here. Three projectiles A, B, and C are projected at an angle of 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree respectively. If RA, RB, RC are the ranges of A, B, and C respectively, then. So here the question is based on the horizontal range. The velocity of the projectile is same for A, B, and C. So RA, RB, RC are what? The ranges for the body A, B, and C. So the angle is given as 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree. Aita? So now we need to calculate what is the relation between the range of the A body, B body, and the C body. So angle they have specified, very simple question. So this is also many times they will ask it. See. So range is equal to, what is the formula here, students? It is u square sine 2 theta by g. Okay, so here g is constant because g is acceleration due to gravity. And in the question, they have specified u is same for all the bodies A, B, and C. So R itiagadaga, whatever the equation is there, that is R is equal to u square sine 2 theta by g. So when this and this is constant, what we can say, the R is directly proportional to sine of 2 theta, sine of 2 theta. Right? So the angles are given as how much here? So angles nodi ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ, angles are given as 30, 60 and 45. Right? But ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 theta ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? So it is 2 theta. So 2 theta ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ angle 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree. So twice of that angle means what? ಇದು 60 ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಇದು 90 ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಇದು 120 ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ? So this is proportional to each other. Therefore, here what we can write here, that is RA is to RB is to RC is equal to, this is equal to, so first one, for A body, this is sine of 60 degrees. So sine 60 is root 3 by 2 is 2. Sine of 90 will be 1 is 2. Sine of 120 will be again root 3 by 2. So here if we write it in the simplified form, it will be root 3 is 2 is to root 3. Therefore, what we can say here, that is RA matte RC value same ide. RA and RC are same, and the value of RB is, it is less than It is greater than RA and RB. Right? The conclusion is RA is equal to RC, but RB value is greater than both the values. Please copy down. Next question, students. See, the next question, the component of a vector R along x-axis will have a maximum value if. So this is theory-based question. See, the component of vector R along x-axis will have maximum value if R is along positive x-axis, R is along positive y-axis, R is along negative y-axis, and R makes an angle of 45 degrees with the x-axis. Yes. So along x-axis, it will have a maximum value if, that is, a vector has a maximum value along its own direction only. Hence, the component of a vector R along the x-axis will have a maximum value if R. The students. ಅದು ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್, ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ವಾಟ್, a dot b is equal to so 0. Okay, so many times in theory paper also ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.